continue to get better and deliver the product of football. The game's getting better, there's better decision making, and guys playing longer, less injuries. And I just think if you can do that, it'll continue to get better and better.
I love that. Tom, any advice you could give, to a young man at the beginning of his journey, right? You having maybe the most successful career we've ever seen in football and in sports. Any advice that you wish someone had given you at this stage in your career, Rebecca?
I feel like I'm, pretty bad at like advice, because everyone's going to find their own path, and in the end, I did what I felt was right for me. But my journey was different. I had to take some different paths. Like how I took care of my body was a lot different than how a lot of other guys had to take care of their body. Basketball is a totally different thing than football. I had, Matt mentioned me being a quarterback at one point. Now I'm a lot thinner now because I used to take a lot of hits. So I had to actually get thick for like a pounding of football because I had Aaron Donald chasing me and I'm not gonna run away from him. Hey, yo, that shit hurts. You get thick? Hey, what do you think I said?
I think you said thick.
I thought you said thick. I'm like,
no, I got hit. There you go. Zach hit.
So let me ask you this.
This wasn't live. No.
Let me ask you this, Tom. I'm going to make an example up. Any advice for someone that maybe he's contemplating retirement, that's playing, let's say, I don't know, like 22 seasons in the sport, hypothetical, any advice for someone that may be in that space?
No, I could imagine because, look, I went through in many ways what he's gone through, and I think the challenge probably is less physical for him than it is probably mental and emotional. And he's got a lot of other things tearing at him, and there's business things with his children, and now that Bronny's playing, and Bryce is getting older, and he wants to be there for his family, and there's a lot of family demands. And I think the challenge about getting older as an athlete is like, for all of us, everyone here is working, and your work is really important, but so are other parts of your life too. And then you have to make a choice as an athlete, because you don't get to determine when the games are when you're a player. You got to show up and play when they tell you to play. So you miss weddings, you miss birthdays, you miss Christmases, you miss Thanksgivings, and there gets a point where you're like, okay, I just don't want to give that up anymore. To have a little bit more flexibility in your life, and I think that's what weighs on you a little bit. But there's nobody in my mind that's navigated it as good as what LeBron has. What he's done in basketball in this age, with all the pressure and intensity that's been on him, and Olympics, and the different teams that he's been on, and he's always done things the right way. He's always risen above all the noise and the BS and continued to deliver. So you're witnessing the greatest ever, and I hope you guys all appreciate that.
I'm gonna just say it. Bro, you can't retire the game. You can't retire. I can't imagine, from my perspective, I'm 23, bro. I've been you've been there the whole time, so
Literally, it's crazy.
literally weird.
Literally, you can play basketball your whole day.
It doesn't feel weird.
Well, same for Victor as well.
He was drafted before I was born.
LeBron was drafted at 12 years old,
So,
Wow.
So Kai, how many more years you gotta play? For you? Because it's up to you, really.
10 more. 10 more.
Is 10 more enough for you guys? All right. What are you stretching out, bro, for 10 more? We're out of here. Thank you guys.
no, appreciate it.